Hello everybody, welcome back. You're with us here on Sport Federation TV, where we take a look at what's happening with sport in the Western Cape. Well, of course, as you know, Western Cape Lifesaving is one of our top sport codes that have been doing really well. Athletes competing at interprovincials, nationals, and around the country. And of course, Lifesaving, as we know, a service to the public on the beaches. But competitively, that's the other side of Lifesaving. In studio with me now from Big Bay Lifesaving Club and Western Cape Lifesaving, I've got Garth and Casey Brewer. Hi guys, welcome to Sport Federation TV.
Thank you.
Casey, is this the first time for you on the show with us?
Yes, it is.
You've just competed in the Lifesaving Champs,
Yes.
I believe?
Yes, SA Champs.
Yeah, and just tell us, where was that?
It was in Durban
Yeah.
at Addington Beach.
At Addington Beach. And did you compete, because we've had some lessons on the show here. Did you compete in the still water or the surf? Or give us an idea for the people who are watching now.
I was a nipper, so I competed at Stillwater because surf got cancelled.
Right. So what are the nippers? What do the nippers do?
Nippers are like a few age groups below lifeguards, so it's more the younger kids
Right.
and not as like professional as the JLAs.
And do the nippers do the same type of competition as the adults? Are they also on the boards and swimming? I mean, what do you guys do?
Yeah, we do around like basically the same events as the lifeguards. There's some different ones, but we do mostly overall the same.
All right, guys, tell us a little bit about the event itself. I mean, during the break here, you were also explaining to me that there's a difference between national championships and interprovincial championships.
Yeah, so the National Championships is an inter-club competition. It's fantastic because all nippers and all lifeguards can compete in it, whether you're the top or the bottom. It's all about competition. It's all about competing and mass participation.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fun. It's a huge event. There's 1,000 to 2,000 people that go to it, from lifeguards, masters, and the nippers.
Yeah.
Interprovincials is a select group, your top of each province, and they compete for provincial honours. And they go and they compete over a weekend against both in still and surf. So it's a much more high performance competition versus obviously the national championships, which is a mass participation competition.
And Casey, you guys were competing for for Big Bay?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's interesting because you guys would obviously in your interprovincial championships, you would mingling with the other clubs and as your teammates.
Yeah. It's very cool how we get to combine together as a team, because even though at normal competitions when we're in our clubs, we all, like at the end of the day, we all join together and we're all one big team. And it's
but for the nationals now, you're all going head to head with each other.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Because you're seeing your best friend on the other side and you're saying, well, I've got to beat you today.
Yeah. When we're at like marshalling and stuff, we're all having a chat, and then when we're on the line, we're all a bit in competition with each other, but then at the end of our race, we're all congratulating each other.
Garth, from a preparation point of view, there's so much work that goes in behind the scenes here. For you guys, it's not just about getting up there when it's time to compete. There's days and nights of preparation. What does it look like from a club point of view, behind the scenes, preparing for a tournament like this?
Yeah, the bags under my eyes are some testament to that. Yeah, it's a massive amount of preparation, logistics. I mean, we went to Durban this year, sending your craft from Cape Town to Durban, trying to get that stuff up. Just entries, preparing accommodation flights. I mean, it's huge. It's a massive cost, and it's a massive amount of logistics, as I said. And then preparation for the kids, you know, and the lifeguards and that. You know, they also, Nationals is a huge competition for the Lifesaving calendar. Yeah. That's what we're all in for it. And all the competitions throughout that is just part of that whole competition process. So
how does that work then from a coaching point of view at a club like Big Bay or Clifton or Fishhook? I mean, you guys have all got specialized coaches now. How does it look for you guys from a Big Bay point of view? Have you got different coaches for nippers and different divisions, coaches?
Yeah, so we do. So the lifeguards have their coaches and the nippers have their coaches, and then we are also subdivided by categories of age. So 9s and 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, and 14s. So there's sub-coaches in that, and then obviously as a nip officer, we look after, or nip officers look after all those coaches collectively. At Big Bay, we also have sort of specialist coaches. We've got some board coaches. We've got some beach coaches. Our beach coaches have international experience. I've run for Italy, I've run for Western Province. We've got an academy that we've created at Big Bay as well for those that are coming into the sport that would be a bit scared about climbing on a board the first time at a place like Big Bay. So we've got an academy to introduce those kids to get them to a level so that they can join the other groups and train confidently with them as well.
So Casey, how does that work for you? Do you see these young kids coming and joining? At some stage, you were a young kid as well, joining, having athletes join. Now you've got to sort of take them under your wing a little bit and welcome them.
Yeah, when I first started, I know I was very scared of the waves and all that, so I know how they feel, and it's amazing seeing all these new people joining the sport of lifesaving because not many people know it's actually a sport. So it's great to see everyone really finding out about the sport, and I love like going down to the beach and watching all of them starting it.
So Garth, that's something new for you guys. I mean, not really new for you guys. You've got obviously a steady intake, but how does that feel for you guys from a club point of view? Do you have to now find systems to welcome and structure different divisions, because you've got your coaches obviously focusing on high performance, but at the same time everybody has to be welcoming everybody?
Yeah, so it's an interesting concept with lifesaving. It's not necessarily a sport for everybody. There are some minimum criteria. You've got to be able to swim to a certain degree. So we have a lot of people coming saying, hey, I'd like to become a lifesaver or a nipper. And unless you have some basic minimum criteria, which just for information's sake is 100 meters within 3 minutes, as long as you can do that, you become a nipper.
Swimming, obviously.
Swimming in a pool.
Not running 100
No,
3 minutes.
definitely not. So that's a safety aspect. That's to make sure that we feel confident enough that if your legs are above the sand, that you can keep 100 meters worth of swimming in you to get back to shore. So it's a massive safety thing. So, and that's doable. People can train for that kind of thing. So we get a lot of word of mouth, people just walking on the beach and families saying, hey, what's this? This is amazing. So we get a lot of that. We get obviously the kids at school talking to each other and say, hey, come down to the club and join me. So that's the natural progression. And then there's obviously some talent identification. You go to school galas and you see a kid and you go, hey, why don't you come down to the club and see what it's like? So there's lots of aspects. I mean, at Big Bay, we are a massive family, and it creates a very nice environment.
Casey, what comes next for you now? Now you guys have got the nippers out of the way. I know that some of those events were cancelled in Durban recently. I think we're all still waiting for some announcements to be made to see what comes next. But we've seen such success from Lifesaving South Africa, athletes like Georgia Singer going, making it international. I mean, a lot of you guys have had this sort of success. What comes next for you now?
Soon I'm starting my JLA, so Junior Lifeguard.
Right.
I'm starting to prepare for that. And then after that, I'm going to aim for international level.
You're going to be looking for that level? That's
yes.
great. Dad, are you prepared for international level?
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But look, she's an incredibly dedicated athlete. Yeah. You know, she's up against some tough girls in her age group. She put in an immense amount of work. She broke the SA record in one of the events, this Nationals. Wow. It was her goal. That's what she wanted to do. She put in the training and she achieved it. So she's incredibly dedicated that way. So if she says she wants to become an international athlete, it's on the cards because that's something that she'll push herself to. So we'll support her 100%. And
competition-wise, do you guys know what's coming next now? Obviously, Durban is out the way now. Is the next event in the calendar? We know that there's some, I think it's the Nationals coming up?
Interprovincials.
Interprovincials coming
up. So that's
up?
the next biggest thing on the calendar now. It's Interprovincials. So that's now, as I said, all the provinces getting together, picking a squad and a team, and they'll compete in surf and still. And then we take a bit of a break, an off-season, and then we start the new season around September, October next year as well, or this year as well.
Do you guys really ever have an off-season?
No.
No.
No. So again, at our club, in fact, I actually sent a message to the coaches and the parents. We're taking about a 4 or 5 week break. Yeah. And we're back at it again.
But there's no such thing as a 4 or 5 week break because you guys will all be WhatsApping each other anyway.
Yep, exactly.
Garth and Casey, thanks for joining us on the show. It's been great chatting with you. Congratulations on your performance. We know Durban was a bit of an upside down, but from a Western Cape point of view, we're super proud of you guys. You keep flying the flag for us so high.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're looking forward to the Interprovincials.
Yeah, definitely.
There we go, folks. Garth and Casey Brewer from Big Bay Surf Club. Get down there if you want to join the structures. This is what we want to do, is make sure that if you're watching the show, you go and join a sport coach. So you've just heard some fantastic, exciting things about lifesaving. So if you're in the area, go and join Big Bay. There's always somebody there to welcome you. There's always somebody to take you under the wing, and kids are going to be in good hands there. But get involved. We'll take a break. When we come back, we carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a sec.